Opposed, fellows? Opposed? Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Color guard. Recover.
Memory of where we were when we heard the news and how we felt as it unfolded. September 11th, 2001 was one such day. Some of us were already watching the news, but most of us got phone calls to turn on the TV. Something horrible was happening. And we began hours and days of confusion, disbelief, fear, and questioning. We couldn't understand how this could happen. We couldn't understand that it was happening. We wondered if the attacks would continue or if they would hit near us. And we asked over and over again, why? And while the responses to our confusion, disbelief, fear, and questioning will never be satisfactory, and the sheer heartache of the images of those days will never leave us, as human beings, we have instinctively and willfully continued to live. The best response to the worst of tragedies is to keep living generous and purposeful lives. We will never get over this atrocity, but by the power of God, we will learn and grow and continue to live as the people of the United States of America.
We were forever marking December 7th with our dad because his concern was that as his generation died off, people would forget December 7th and what that meant to our country and what the people of America did as a result and banded together and helped defeat people in the world as a result of that attack. Earlier this summer, on a really hot day, I was walking out of City Hall a little bit late. I was here after everyone else had gone home, and there was a young girl who looked like she was probably maybe 3rd or 4th grade, standing with a woman who I presume was her mother at our memorial out front. And I heard them talking, and the mother was explaining to the little girl what the memorial was and what it meant and who we were remembering and just kind of all of that stuff that the little girl obviously had no clue about because she probably wasn't born or was just a baby when the attack happened. And it was striking to me that that is the exact reason why we have the memorial and why it's important that every year on September 11th, just as it was so important to my dad on December 7th, that we gather, no matter how many of us there are, no matter what the weather is like outside, and remember September 11th and what that meant and what our country did as a response and how we, as Americans, came together as a result of those events.
And in memory of all those who lost their lives that day,